So we're progressing very fast. We're going to build our platform. It beats the technical part. If you don't have a technical background, unfortunately, you won't be able to do this yourself. But I'll show you some of the resources, some of the tools you need to be able to build your platform. First of all, you need to ask yourself, do I want a website or do I want an app? Please understand that these two cost differently. Produce and level of expertise you need for each of these are not the same. Apps are more expensive than websites. But websites are also expensive depending on the features the website needs to be able to function. Now, when you're building your platform, regardless of what you want, the main thing you need to have on it is one, food item, the food listing, the ability to book the food. 2, 3, then delivery, which is logistics. These things are things you need to look at when building your website. All of these things should be able to work in an automated style or format. So like I said, I'll be showing you some resources. Now, one of the resources I will show you on how to build your platform is this website called GoDaddy. With GoDaddy, you can come here and get yourself a domain. The domain is your business.com. So for example, foodbusiness.com. Once you have that domain, you then go and get a hosting. Once you have a domain and a hosting with GoDaddy or any hosting provider, you simply now install WordPress. With WordPress, you can create and build your website easily because you already have a hosting account and a domain, which is like the address to your account. The hosting account is where all of the content you build on your website will be stored. All of these contents you see, everything here you see are on a domain. In a hosting plan, which houses the content of your website. So you build your website using WordPress, but the content that you're building and WordPress itself is in a hosting server, which is the one you will buy. The next thing you need is an Elementor, which is a page builder. It's what I use. You can build a website using Elementor. It's quite easy. But then you need to have a hosting account, a a domain name, and also WordPress installed. Because without WordPress, it's going to be difficult for you to use Elementor. But Elementor is it's a plugin in WordPress. WordPress is what will give you the advantage or the opportunity to be able to go to the dashboard, the back end of your website, to do some changes and some tweaks. So I know this might sound confusing, but if you are not in this space, this is going to be difficult for you. But I'm just showing you all of the resources you need. You also need a good payment system because it's online. So meaning that you'll be paid online. People will pay you via their cards or via transfer or whatever it is. So you need a good payment plan. I'm going to show you some. There are several of them. Show you 3 of them and you can make up your mind on which you want to use. First one I want to show you is PayPal. Obviously, PayPal does not work in some countries as per receiving funds, but you can spend. All right. So if you're in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, some African countries, you cannot use PayPal to receive payment. But if in top tier countries in America and where or elsewhere, you can use PayPal. As a matter of fact, I advise you take PayPal as one of the options. But then if you're not in top tier countries, you can then use Payoneer. Payoneer does the same thing. You can receive payments if you have their service or their API connected to your website. Another payment system is Flutterwave. You can also use Flutterwave to link up on your website and enable payments the ability to receive payments when an order is made. These 3 payment gateways are gateways you can use. There are several of them, like I said, or you can just choose whatever it is you think suits your style. So payments is very important when you're structuring this business. Now, the next question is, how do you build the website if you don't have any knowledge about this? Now, this is where you go to people who can do this for you, freelancers. You go on Upwork, just type in delivery app or food delivery websites. You see how much people are charging. And this guy is charging $30 per hour. This websites or apps takes time to build. Now imagine the cost for it. You got my calculator and let's type in 30 hours times $30 times 6, $30 times 6 hours. All right, there's 180 for 6 hours. Now 6 hours for a day. So this person takes 20 days to complete it. I usually give for what we do. We usually give between 14 to 17 business days. So imagine this person is charging for 17. You just multiply this by 17 and see how much you'll be paying. $3,000. This is the perceived area. So if you want to budget how much it take you to build a website, an app, please be budgeting around $3,500 to about 5,000. $5,000 if you have an app, 3,500 if you want a website. In any case, all of this can be done for somebody. I mean, somebody can do this for you. If we do this for you, we'll charge less because you are coming through our story or through our course. We can go lesser than this and we'll give you something that's very good, very functional, something that will and have made you money over time. Right? So if you want us to help you do this, like I always say, let's know in the comment section and we'll get talking and then we'll let you know what direction we'll go. But please understand that it is difficult if you have not done it before to do this part yourself. Build this yourself is difficult. So you don't waste money and waste time. Better you pay people. You can come on Upwork, like I said, you can contact us and we can help you build one for you. We can just build. We have different offers to just build, and we have another offer to just build and arrange and set up the whole business. Everything from registration to setting up the business to getting your partners, everything we have that option too. So it depends on what is good for you, good for your business. Okay? Like I said, you can hire people. It's okay. The next thing you should be looking at for setting up your platform is logistics. Like I said, logistics is very important. So how do you handle logistics setup? Now, the way you go about this is you need to first of all contact different logistic companies. This is what I did. I went on say logistic dispatch riders in the US, in New York. Imagine dispatch riders in New York. So just do this and put it in anywhere. Can be in New York, whatever, wherever it is you live in, or wherever you're trying to target. Okay, and you can do your research. Okay, or dispatch companies in New York. A lot of times, some of your partners would already have dispatch riders, so no problem. But you can reach out to these ones. Okay, see them, just click on any of them. Some have a website, some don't. Just click in, take their phone number, send a message, send an email. If you visit their website, tell them what you want to do. You need them to help you deliver food. What are their rates? You factor in their rates to your costs. So when you're working on logistics, you need to have different networks. Okay, so if you are in America and your business is in New York, you should try to understand the layout of New York. All right, the areas are targeting. What are their routes? So that when you are speaking with your delivery people, you can have a good knowledge, especially when they charge you for say they'll take it from point A to point B. You already know the distance, what it is like, and it's easy. Even if you're not in New York, you can go on Google Map. Go on Google and try and find out how far it is, or open the Uber app. Pretend as if you're trying to book a ride, so you get an idea of how far and what the ideal cost should be. Okay, but you need to get the logistics, the delivery routes, the delivery riders or drivers ready. Then plan your routes. What routes do you want them to take? That is why you need to understand the layout of the city or the area you are targeting. Yes, it is not ideal to target the whole of America or the whole of New York if you are just starting. Remember, you are a beginner. Target a location, an area, a county, a state, something, and just grow from there gradually. And don't sell all kinds of food. Sell food not how will I put it, that are specific to the areas you're targeting. This area, they like more of burgers or pizza, please do that. Okay, now very important that you also understand partnering with these third party logistic companies. Okay, like I said here, you need to partner with these guys as much as them as you can get. If you have 20 of them who are willing to do business with you, fine. It means that Whenever you have an order, these guys will help speed up the process. Okay, but you have to discuss with them before you start promoting. Before you do anything, discuss with these guys. When you have the confirmation that they can render the service to you, then you can then go ahead to promote, because without these guys delivering the food for you, you would not make a single dime. As a matter of fact, dispatch guys or logistics company can break or make your business. So it's very important that you don't take them for granted. Make sure you give them as much attention as possible. They are as important as your customers, as the consumer. So look for ways to appeal to them. Look for ways to bring them on board, especially if you're not in the country where you're operating. They are the face of the business. They are the ones that will take these items away. I mean, take the item to your customers and be on time. Because remember, like I said, you sell speed when it comes to food. Nobody wants their food delivered to them next day after ordering it. Okay, so very important that you have that in the back of your mind. And once you have all of this set up, then your platform is good to go because of all the essential things you need. You have your website, you have a payment gateway, you have riders, you have logistics, you have the layout, right? You have partners who are going to partner with you as per delivery. And then another thing you also need is partners who would make the food available. That's what we're going to talk about in the next video.